I've always been a morning person. Daily routine is important to me. It allows me to set myself up for the day. Kind of just go on autopilot and do the same things every day without having to think. The rest of my day is very thought out, so this kind of gives me some time to just shut off and prepare. Opening the door to my business every day is a pretty gratifying feeling and experience, you know? I mean, it's my shop, you know? It's everything from the smells to the decor to the vibe to the experience that we give a customer. I remember their names, I remember their haircuts. When I say the usual, when people sit down, it's not because I only do one haircut for everybody. It's the fact that the usual to them will be different from the usual to so-and-so the next half an hour or the next guy after that. It's I really try, but I think that is something that I really pride myself on, and I think that creates a very unique, special time for myself and a customer. I care about these people, so it's nice to be able to give them a half an hour a day where they don't have to worry about anything. I've always been into old cars and old things in general, and I've always had a connection with history, and a car is a natural fit. You know, every time I sit in it, I feel like an old gangster or someone I've read about, or some story I've heard, or a movie I've watched, and I've always been really drawn to that kind of era, that time. You know, it's the smell, the look, you know, just how you feel inside it. You get transported back to a different time, and for me, that's really important. My head going into a training session is, you know, usually on business, truthfully. I'm kind of thinking about work, until the second I walk into the gym. And for me, it allows me to go in and just take my stress out, get rid of anxiety, and then at the same time, you know, get fit. I've always been someone who stood by my choices in life, right or wrong. You know, I don't tend to backpedal with things I've said or decisions I've made, tattoos I've gotten, you know, paint color I've done for the shop. It's passion, you know, I am a very passionate person, whether it has been a fault sometimes, it's been a detriment sometimes, it's also been a reason to live, you know? There are similarities between getting my hair cut and getting tattooed. I get a chance to just have that kind of one-on-one interaction with people, you know? There's a conversation, an idea, an end result, and it's nice to see that at the end, and it's usually always better than I thought it would be. Giving my time to people is pretty much what my world kind of revolves around, and I think I live for those moments, truthfully. I mean, it's all about time, dividing my time, you know, my family, my friends, my customers, my business, my loved ones, and me.